So, Mr. J, welcome to Marasi News TV. We're a pleasure to have you today with us. So, would you please tell us more about your main projects in the MENA region?
Yeah, so well, right now, kind of the whole industry is struggling. So, of course, as everybody else, we also have less projects. But we're focusing a lot now on making sure that we service our clients in a really good manner during these difficult times. So that is our core focus point. But of course, there are projects still happening, but getting them these days, competition is very fierce. But I think we're very well positioned with what we've been investing in technology in the last few years to get a good share of new projects as well. One of the things where we have focused on this year is implementing drone surveys. So that is a new technology that we've started adopting in the Middle East, and it's gaining quite a bit of I would say interest with our clients.
We have been publishing in Marasi News about the drone surveying technology that you have been introducing to the market. We'd like to inform more of our audience about this technology and how are you actually introducing it to the MENA region.
Yeah, so there are several advantages for using drones on surveys. So particularly on large vessels where you in dry dockings or big surveys have to do a lot of staging, you can avoid that by using drones to look at spaces in very difficultly accessible places in hulls. So that is making work more efficient for us, and it's reducing cost for the owner. So it's a win-win situation.
Talk about the bright side, the advantages of using drones. What about the disadvantages of using drones and implementing drones classification in the sector?
Well, I think you have to use any new technology with care. It's not like drones will solve every challenge you have, but for certain types of operations, I don't think there's many disadvantages, to be honest. But you have to be careful. So we only use this on relatively new vessels, so vessels typically less than 15 years old. On older vessels, we still have to go through the normal survey systematics.
So the maritime industry is seeing a lot of current challenges. How does DNVGL is overseeing the future of classification sector in the region?
Well, the industry of classification is changing, and is changing very rapidly. And I think one of the big changes that we're seeing, probably only in the last 2-3 years, is related to digitalization. And we're trying to use digitalization now to improve the way our client experience our services, improve the user interface, make it simpler for our clients to order surveys and address the scope. But also to deliver better service and better technical support in their daily activities. So we're trying to leverage digitalization and new tools to deliver our services in a much better way. So that is changing the whole industry. Competition is very fierce, so we have to do things even more efficiently than before. As we've seen here as well over the last few days, there is a lot of our clients out there that are severely struggling, and we're doing whatever we can to serve them better in a more efficient manner than before, but keeping service level and quality at the same level as before.
Where this is like a promise from DNVGL that you're coming up with even better technologies and a new project that's going to be making a change in the industry.
Yes, we are definitely investing heavily into digitalization. We see this as we don't really have a choice. The industry is moving so quickly. Changes are happening around us, and we need to be on the ball. We need to be proactive in implementing new technologies. And for the next few years, there will be a lot of new tools that we will be provided from DNVGL, and already through our customer service portal on the maritime industry, which we call My DNVGL. We're already introducing a lot of applications, so basically apps like you have on your iPhone, where you can get a lot of new services. Only this year we've introduced more than 10 new apps, and there will be much more in the years to come.
As we have seen today, in the second day of Seatrade Offshore and Marine, technology and innovation have been the theme of the day. That's why we're going now to interview Pars Wong, the area sales manager of Royal HCC, in order to talk to us more about their technology and innovation in the offshore and shipping industry. Welcome, Pars, to Marasi News TV.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you for having us.
So, can you please tell us more about your participation today in a Seatrade?
Yes, well, it's a very good exhibition for us. It's good to see the community, the Seatrade and the marine community come together. It's really a joy to be here, to speak to friends I've lost over the time, and making new friends as well. It's also good to see that everyone is really looking forward, either if it's people from the port side or from the shipbuilding side. Everyone is really looking to move the business forward. So yeah.
And as I can see, is actually Royal IHC is doing a really good job when it comes to innovation and technology. I would like you more to elaborate on this aspect.
Yeah, well, IHC, to start off, we're a Dutch shipbuilding company. We're very well known in the dredging scene, and also do offshore for many decades now. And we're vertically integrated the shipyard, which means we can basically do everything. We do everything from design to product development, products for the operations, and of course the vessels, as you see behind us as well. So we do the whole chain, and we can do separate items of this chain. So we can specialize just on designs, upgrades, also integrations, and more, let's say, new and advanced solutions that are beneficial to the operators and the owners of the vessel. What else can I say? This is mostly done in the offshore for, say, pipe lay projects, cable lay projects. We have a lot of subsea equipment as well, diving projects, that kind of thing.
And what are your main projects in the UAE?
The main projects, well, because we're so broad in scope, we go everything from the vessels, like I said, but we also do a separate equipment supply. So if the owner wants to convert his barge to a vessel, OSP, PSV, for a specific task, the pipe lay, cable lay, again, diving support, we can cater to this as well. We can do the engineering all the way from the spread layout to the supply of the equipment. So we can do that here in the Middle East as well. I think it's good to note as well. You asked about the advancements and the, let's say, the progressions of technology. What we do at IHC when it comes to the new build, we do very bespoke designs. So we really look together with the client with a goal in mind, which tender, what project should the vessel be suited for, and we design and build for that project. And because, as I said, we are vertically integrated as a company, we can also get the vessel to be integrated, which means that it operates more efficient and more effective for that tender. So you ask, why is this interesting? Well, if it's more efficient, you, for instance, use less manpower on the vessel, so this is good in terms of safety. Less men is fewer incidents, so safety, and it's also more effective. And this means you as an operator can use your vessel faster. You can do the work it's supposed to do more efficient and faster. So you can deploy the vessel better and get more value out of the vessel from that point.
And since you're operating in the MENA region, specifically in the UAE, how do you see the potentiality of the UAE market reflecting to your business?
Yeah, well, that's a good question. I've only been in the Middle East for 5 years now, so I can only comment on the last 5 years I'm seeing. I mean, we've had a turbulent time. Last couple of years, it's more or less flat, I would say. And now I'm seeing at the start of things, it's getting a little bit more busy. And I mean by that, if I speak to the engineering companies, they're getting more busy. And of course, the engineering side, that's where the business starts. They start engineering, then in the end, we start operating and working and building more. So I'm positive for that. Yeah, and also the region, if we look at the GCC, it is so vast and big. There are areas that go up, areas that go down. So there's always something to do for everyone.
Finally, as I mentioned, technology and innovation has been actually the theme of the year. So how does you ensure that your company is standing out when it comes to implementing the latest technology measures?
Well, that's a good question. I think about that a little bit. Implementing the we invest a lot of money and time and effort in R&D, not only for our vessels and the technology, but also side areas where we can use our technology. I can't say too much about it, but we're definitely looking to invest, to place the technologies that we've come up with, the intellectual properties that we've come up with in Holland, and to put those in, let's say, JV ventures in the Middle East, to apply that technology we have gained to these areas, because every area in the world is different, and the Middle East has definitely its benefits for certain technologies that we can apply here. Yeah.